Just 50 volts, which is a quarter of the amount of power it takes to power a standard light bulb, can stop your heart. At Kestrel, we take electrical safety seriously. Our aim is to inform, educate and protect our employees and their families. Electrical incidents can occur anywhere and anytime. Human error is the most common cause. It's your responsibility to be aware of any potential hazards. Stop, look, identify. With industry and housing needing greater production capacity, higher voltage power is being used to run bigger motors and more machinery for longer working hours. High voltage electricity from power lines is a hazard to people working in and around our mine. More than half of electrocution fatalities are caused by overhead power lines. As a general rule, a 3-metre exclusion zone exists around power lines to prevent electricity jumping. Protect yourself when working around power lines. Don't carry long pieces of metal that could reach within 3 metres of the power lines. Don't operate hydraulic equipment. The hydraulics could fail, causing the equipment attachments to swing into the lines. And check the height of your load and make sure your tip tray or implements are all the way down before driving under power lines. The increase in exposure to higher power electricity has also seen an increase in the occurrence of arc flashes. These occur when the flow of current travels through a path where it's not intended to flow. The current creates an electric arc and releases dangerous amounts of energy in the form of an arc flash and arc blast. It occurs so quickly and generates such a blinding light, the human eye will see little but the aftermath. Arc flashes can cause third-degree burns on exposed flesh, ignition of your clothes if they're not flame-proof, permanent hearing damage, loss of sight, the release of toxic gases and molten metal projectiles at high velocity, or a shock wave that can damage internal organs. Before commencing work where there is an arc flash or blast hazard, you must be trained, competent, and wearing correct protective equipment. The following do's and don'ts will help protect yourself and others from electrical hazards. Always inspect equipment for damage before use. If it's in poor condition, don't use it. Recognize that a tingle or slight shock is a warning. If it occurs, don't use the appliance. Replace frayed, perished, or damaged electrical leads. Use equipment correctly and according to safety guidelines. Do not use equipment in the wrong environmental conditions. Dry skin is your last barrier against electricity. Sweat on your skin will act as an electrical conductor. Don't take risks. Wear protective gloves, clothing and footwear. Make sure your stick welder is fitted with a voltage reducer. Using a voltage reducer, as well as adhering to current safeguards, observing good welding practices, and adequately maintaining equipment can significantly reduce welding shock accidents. If working on site, tell your supervisor if you notice an electrical hazard and tag the equipment out of service or barricade the area. If you see an electrical hazard at home, contact a licensed electrical contractor. Never attempt any electrical work yourself unless trained to do so. Keep in mind that you shouldn't use your landline phone during thunderstorms. Use your mobile instead. All new homes are now required by law to have a safety switch installed. These are also known as residual current devices or RCDs. Safety switches are also used here on site. Safety switches will measure the level of leakage in the case of an electrical fault. If it exceeds a certain level, the switch will cut power. If you live in an older house, get one installed to ensure you and your family are protected. Safety switches should be tested at least once a year. Simply press this button in your switchboard, and if the switch flicks to off, it's working correctly. If you receive an electric shock at work, however minor, you must report it to your supervisor immediately. You'll be taken to the hospital for a checkup. Often, external scarring bears no relation to the level of internal damage caused. If you receive a shock at home, seek medical attention immediately and have someone keep an eye on you for 24 hours. At home or at work, always remember the people who will use the equipment after you. Never leave a trap for your mate.